We're back in Tasty Kitchen. We are... Okay, we're back for another episode of Quick and Easy Recipes. We are going to be making my green vegetable soup. Oddly enough, this is one of the most popular recipes on my blog, and it's really just green vegetables, as you can see. Tons of green vegetables. When you're eating for two, or sometimes when you bulk buy, you end up having a lot of vegetables in your fridge, a lot of green vegetables. This is a good way to take all of your green vegetables, throw them into a very delicious soup. I can't. Daisy. I feel like I need a better name for it, like green power soup, or like, because nobody, if you told your kids right now, you were like, hey, I'm making green vegetable soup, they're gonna be like, no, it's disgusting. But honestly, it's really good. So we should just say something else. I'll figure it out. It has a lot of flavor. It has a kick of spice from the peppers, which, you know, I love my spice, so I'm always adding peppers to everything. But this is a good way to use your green vegetables that you have in your fridge. A lot of the time we bulk buy them and we don't have enough time to use them. They start to go bad or soggy. So this is a good way to use those vegetables, put them in a soup. Here we go. This is green vegetable soup. Now on my blog, I have all of this stuff on there with the exception of the celery, but the celery is about to see its days, and it's green, so we figured we'll throw those in there as well. Everything here is highly nutritious. We've got broccoli, we have loads of spinach, we have poblano peppers, onions, jalapenos, serrano, we have asparagus, and then obviously we've got some spices. So we're gonna start by breaking everything down into small chunks. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to be pureeing this, but we want to break it down so it can fit in this pot. And right now, if I were to throw everything in, it wouldn't fit. So we're gonna start doing that now. So instead of cutting a new onion, I had half a sweet onion and a quarter of a red onion. So I'm just gonna throw that in. Doesn't hurt the recipe at all. And yeah, if you had shallots or white onion, you could throw those in there too if you wanted. So we've got about 3/4 of an onion right here. So even a full large onion would be good. The more onion, the merrier, in my opinion. I put it on low with some vegetable oil. So I'm sauteing the onions right now. I've got 5 cloves of garlic because I love my garlic, and also it's a good source of vitamin B6. I'm telling you, you're gonna taste it. Texan, every time I make this, he's like, how much cream did you put in this? And I'm like, I didn't put any cream, honey. It just tastes good. We're going to break these bad boys off, and then we're going to cut them into like inch pieces. By the way, all of these vegetables, all the scraps, you can save and make a vegetable stock out of. So if we're trying to be resourceful, especially during this time, you can take the bases of the stalks, you can use the skins of the onions, anything that you're not going to be adding to the soup, put it in a Tupperware container, freeze it until you have a ton of scraps, and then you can make a vegetable stock out of it, a really good vegetable stock. And this is, just so you guys know, this is about a bunch of asparagus. If you don't have a full bunch because you use some for dinner the night before, don't worry about it. Just add whatever amounts of vegetables that you have. So this all goes into the pot. All right, well, it's already smelling good with the onion. And then this is just leftover celery from a bunch. We're gonna cut this up and put it in the soup as well. All right, and then we've got broccoli. I was a kid that liked broccoli. I loved broccoli. It was one of my favorite vegetables, which is weird, I guess. For most kids, they don't like it, but I just loved it. Probably because my mom doused it in cheese. So we're gonna just roughly chop that up and put that in as well. Soup is actually pretty popular in Mexico. Every morning I would eat the same thing. It was this cream of poblano soup, and it was just absolutely fantastic. And I've tried numerous times to replicate the taste, and this kind of reminds me a lot of it. So we have a poblano pepper. This doesn't really, it's pretty mild, but it gives a good flavor. And then we're gonna also add some a jalapeno and a serrano pepper. Make sure that you take a little taste of the pepper to see how spicy it is, because sometimes a jalapeno, like this one I tried, is not very spicy. And if you want a kick, I used one of these serrano peppers and it made my mouth go on fire. So you want to obviously balance it out. Vegetables are all fine and dandy, but let's be real. We need some spices in order to like get the flavor banging. And you guys know that I am the flavor queen, and I do that by seasoning. A lot of seasoning. Salt, there's pepper, there's chili powder, there's a tad bit of cayenne because I like mine spicy. There's a little bit of cumin, garlic powder if I had it, but I ran out, and because we are stuck at home, I didn't want to just go to the grocery store for garlic powder, so we don't have that. But anyways, spices are very important, and this will make or break your soup. It's all about your own preference, obviously. We're gonna start adding these spices in. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna add more salt later, but you obviously want to season to taste. Okay, so we've added our spices. We're gonna let that cook down a little bit. We've got some lemon juice, so we're gonna add this lemon juice as well right now. And as you can see, the vegetables, as they cook down, they shrink a little bit, which is what we want. So now that this is cooked down a bit, we're gonna add a load of spinach. And as you know, spinach is full of water, so as soon as it starts to cook down, it shrinks. So it may look like a lot, but it's not. It also gives a beautiful green color to a lot of your dishes. So it's pretty much a miracle worker. Why not throw them in? Spinach is also high in fiber. Eating a bowl will make you feel full. That rhymed. Once this cooks down, we're gonna add some broth. So now we're gonna add our chicken broth, just enough to almost cover the top of the soup, or the vegetables. And then we're going to put a lid on it and cook it for about 15 minutes, or until the vegetables are super soft. See you soon. Okay guys, so it's been about 15-20 minutes. The vegetables are nice and soft, and now we're going to puree it. So we're gonna do that now. When you're blending, you wanna make sure that you start it low so it doesn't like blast up in your face. So start really low and then gradually work your way up on the blender. So we blended it up, it's nice and smooth. This is where you kind of want to taste it, see if it's to your liking. It's so good. It has so much flavor in it. You would think that this was really bad for you, but it's so good for you, which is great. I've got some fat-free sour cream, and I probably won't use all of this. I'll probably do like half a cup. And you just want to fold that in or mix it in. Maybe I will use all of it. This is kind of where that creaminess, that richness comes in. I like this because it's like guilt-free, but it tastes so guilty. This is basically done now, and I usually serve mine up in a bowl with some sliced fresh avocado and some goat cheese, and we are good to go. All right, so this is it. Green vegetable soup, absolutely delicious, easy to make, and you will have no complaints at the kitchen table. So freaking good. Thanks for watching, guys.